What is the best loan program for a first-time home buyer? How's it going, everyone? Matt Leighton. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go over the best type of loan program for a first-time home buyer. I'm here with Sean Glennon. Sean, take it away. What's the best program for a first-time home buyer?
Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, my man. So it depends. Now, there's a lot of first-time home buyer popular loan programs, and it really depends on what your capabilities are as far as down payment, whether or not you have gift funds to use towards the down payment or closing costs, what your income limit is. That's a big one. How many people are going to be on the loan, because a lot of these first-time home buyer loans, what the big difference between them and other typical loan products is there's restrictions. Okay, they don't want to be giving 100% financing products to people who make a ton of money and things like that. So income limits, sales price limits, credit score limits, all that is going to be a part of these programs. But we can dive into some of the more specific.
Let me ask you this: if you are a veteran and also a first-time home buyer, is it a no-brainer that the VA program is the best program?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so obviously if you're a veteran, first of all, thank you. And then go with the VA loan program. There's no competition. So with that being said, let's just focus on conventional and FHA, because with FHA 3.5% down compared to conventional, which is you can go as low as 5%, or can you go lower than that?
There's actually a new loan program we can go lower. So, you know, when we talk loan programs, the first thing you're going to want to do is get pre-approved and determine what your qualifications are, and then what doors are open or closed to you depending on whether you fit the bill for certain programs. 100% financing, VA and USDA. And USDA is a rural housing loan, so if you're looking in and around cities, it really won't be applicable to you. And VA only if you're a veteran are going to be your best 100% financing products. Now, there are certain loan programs in each state that usually have first-time home buyer 100% financing needs. In Virginia, where we're located right now, VHDA is the one that comes to mind, the most popular. But most people are going to fall into the umbrella, as you said, of FHA and conventional loans. FHA is going to be 3.5% down and is very friendly on underwriting guidelines. Conventional is a little bit more strict, but recently they actually came out with a program really that is trying to compete with FHA. It's called Fannie Mae's Home Ready program, that allows for a 3% down payment instead of the typical 5% down.
Good. Yeah, a lot of times you're seeing people dive to what's the lowest down payment I can have. That has to be the best loan program. Maybe that's right, maybe not, because with FHA you do have the monthly insurance on the loan. So there's another program with the conventional. And let me ask you this: are people refinancing out of these loans? Like, for instance, I had a client a couple weeks ago. They went in with a VHDA loan, which is Virginia specific. So if you're not in Virginia, it may not you may not be aware, but they went in with that, and I don't know, a week later or whatever the minimum time is that you can refinance, they were like, oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. Are you seeing this, or is this kind of a unique situation?
No, I've seen a lot of it. What a typical game plan for a lot of people is, and you know, a disclaimer that you can't always bank on refinancing because you never know where rates are headed. But as long as rates stay solid, or at least in the range that we've seen them right now, or when you around where you originally purchased your home, it's very common for people to quote unquote bite the bullet and get the VHA or FHA loan, which carries with it a little bit more in fees and mortgage insurance and things like that. But it allows them to get in the property with very little out of pocket. And then once they get a little equity in the property or save up a little money, they try to refinance into a conventional loan to eliminate some of that burden with the mortgage insurance and things like that, and get themselves a much more healthy and manageable monthly payment.
Yeah, the VHDA loan program is becoming more popular here in Virginia, but sometimes with these loan programs, it's like really hard to get into, right? It's like you have to be like making $82,000 to $85,000 and be born in a certain zip code and be left-handed and, like, you know, live on Main Street or something like that, where it's like it shouldn't have to be that hard. So I quickly go over maybe a broad overview of what it takes to be eligible for a certain grant program like the VHDA.
Well, some of these grant programs, most of them are all going to have income limits.
Income limits, so that's the big one.
If you're making $250,000, there's a good chance you're not going to qualify for the local first-time home buyer and grant programs. So income limits, sales price limits, there's going to be probably heightened credit score minimums. Okay, when they're given 100% financing, obviously they want to. That's a high risk loan, and so they want to give it to borrowers that are well qualified. So there are a lot of niche things that go along with it, and the grant program, VHA is a little bit more broad, but county and local grant programs even more, very, very niche. Sometimes you're in a lottery with others, so it's a nice thing to have in your back pocket, but nothing I would recommend anyone bank on.
Good to know. So we're going to wrap this video up with one final question. But, obviously this is more like Virginia centered. There's a, VHDA loan program. In your own state, there might be other grants available. So, maybe FHA is right for you, or maybe talk to your lender and find out the grants available. Sean, my question for you is, if you were to imagine like your last 100 first-time home buyers, I know this might be a tough question, but out of those 100, what's the most popular loan program that you're seeing for first-time home buyers?
I would say if you would have asked me probably any year in the last 8 or 9 that I've been in the business, the answer would be FHA. I would say since Fannie Mae last year rolled out their Home Ready program with 3% down, most home buyers do qualify for it and fall within the income limit. The area median income limit, you can actually look it up on Fannie Mae's website. As long as you fall under that, you qualify for it, and it does give a little bit more beneficial terms on the mortgage insurance. It's a 0.5% lower on down payment, and there's a little bit more flexibility with some of the things that you can do down the line with the loan, like removing the mortgage insurance. So I would say FHA, historically, the Fannie Mae Home Ready program recently.
Things are changing, so FHA for the longest time was the best option out there. It may still be the best option depending on your circumstance, but you may know the best option, but your lender will know the best option. So be sure you're talking to local lenders out there and know all your options, because a lot of things are changing in terms of guidelines. What I'm going to do is link and list a video up here in the corner that talks about recent changes in the marketplace that may affect which loan program that you're being available to get into a loan. I think I said that.
You got it out.
Well, on that note, Sean, why don't you tell the people where they can connect with you?
You can email me at sglennon@hstmortgage.com or call the office. Myself or anyone else within the Glennon Group will be happy to answer your call and help you with any questions. 703-766-4630. And my man Matt's going to hook it up down low.
Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.